this morning. Okay.
So in sourcing wood, I save scraps, and that's how I ended up with this piece. A large farm in Boone County, Missouri was sold and subdivided. And on that farm, the original farm owners had built a water tower, and it was made of cypress. And so when the owner saved the cypress from the wood water tower, and I made a gazebo and then put a cupola on top of the gazebo, and he gave me some of the cypress to use. So I tried to make the cupola on top of the gazebo look like the old water tower. Even saved the spigot that was coming out of the side of the cupola that had been the spigot on the side of the water tower. So when the water tower came down, it was over 100 years old, and guessing that the tree was anywhere from 75 to 100 years old before it was cut down. So somewhere around 200 years old that this wood is. So that's flat sawn, and this is another same.
Oh, and it's I got distracted about water capacity of cypress.
Well, cypress
grows in the water.
Yeah,
and
it's
rot resistant.
It's rot resistant. It makes nice. It swells up enough, and it makes tight grain.
What's the water towers in New York?
Those are probably mostly white oak.
White oak,
but cypress too.
Yeah, white oak has the. That's why they're the barrels. But anyway. In here.
All the greenhouses used to be made out of cypress.
Oh,
yeah, and a lot of window trim, outdoor window trim, window mullions and such were made out of cypress posts, and before we had treated wood. So again, it's the flat sawn, and then going into rift sawn, which is almost quarter sawn, so different grain orientation. So these were the slats for the water the cupola that I made. So if you look at these on this edge and you see the rough edge, so this was the exposed edge for so 100 years this sat as a water tower and weathered away and wore away. And if you look especially on this piece, that it comes along and is rubbed, and then there's a bump here. Well, that bump it didn't wash away because that's where the hoop was that held it together. So there were all the boards had a bump on them where the hoop held the water tower together.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's more of that.
So they look like story sticks for putting cedar siding.
Yeah, so again, this is walnut, and Missouri is a big walnut producing state. With the walnut.
Yeah, we'll finish with the walnut.
Okay, okay. So now so my friend the lumber broker has had different people would send him stuff. So this is some more exotic African tropical wood, some South American. He had them for a long time, so I don't know when they were sourced and whether we would consider them sustainably resourced or not. But he had them for a long time, and then I bought them from him. So just thin pieces that were cut offs, and he was giving them as samples, and so I saved them. And then what we decide this one. This is probably some kind of mahogany.
I have a mahogany potty chair.
But mahogany is not mahogany is not mahogany.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What used to be considered mahogany isn't the same wood that probably is sold as mahogany now.
Now, okay, so this is the Purple Heart. Now, when it says Purple Heart in Missouri, it's like, and at first I thought, well, that's just the center, the heart of Eastern red cedar, and aromatic cedar, and well, no, it's different. It's a tropical wood, hardwood.
And it's so just whether it's been exposed, it's more brown. The air, it'll darken to brown when it's exposed to air and light mostly.
So you have to finish it. And,
but it's purple otherwise.
Yeah, and it, yeah, definitely. Although it's a little hard to contrast with the bays of the red of the bays.
Yeah.
felt on the.
So pretty sure this is Babinga because it's an orangish yellow.
That top one has got some nice. There, that's very interesting highlights there on that. And these are about, what are they? 36
36
inches,
inches. Yeah, 38,
yeah.
39.
And mainly for the color, if you had like a 4/4 or a 6/4 board of this, like for making furniture, you do, or nowadays you just use it as inlays and laminates and things.
Or veneer.
Veneer, yeah. It's get more for your money out of that.
So what do we decide? This is probably some of the same.
Yeah.
Which one did we say was
this is the paddock.
Yeah.
This is the paddock. It's got the orange in it. Yeah, and there were a couple other paces in there, but you got to give somebody give them something to argue out, or to research. So that's got some more color in here. Okay, and that's the same over there.
Is that ash?
Yeah,
Pretty sure that's ash.
I'd say so.
Again, straight grain, resist splitting.
Birch.
No, I don't think it is. Unless it's the only other. That's right. When I was planing it, I was deciding it was maple because of the way it. So, sorry, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a maple.
Yeah, well, next time we'll number them and label them or something.
Well,
Okay, now, so we're going to start with just a rough cut off the bandsaw.
now that's even more rough.
Oh, yeah, okay. So here's a real rough
This is
cut.
what you get when you had to use a table saw to
Oh, yeah.
to try and resaw. So you end up cut it with a table saw, finish it on a bandsaw. It's the walnut.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Nice. And walnut, you got to watch it. When you're working with the saws, and the sawdust of walnut can be pretty irritating. All wood.
Well, and then that's something you got
your
to watch out with.
respiration, you gotta watch for the
with-
exotics.
With mahogany. My neighbor had a severe allergic reaction to wood. He was after Hurricane Katrina, he got a job to rebuild some doors that were mahogany, so he sourced some wood and ended up not really making much money because of the doctor bills for his allergic reaction to the wood. So now that it's a walnut, Missouri's a large walnut producer.
So this is the stuff got from Cassick, and I got 115 of these little pieces of walnut.
And that's only a third of
Like
what
3/8.
I got. So Missouri gunstock manufacturing in southwest Missouri,
Lightly planed.
and these are probably cut off of blanks that were used in making gun stocks. A lot of walnut.
Is that where he got them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Uncle Ricky. So you can see where the sapwood and the center wood is transitioning there.
So a lot of the walnut in Missouri is, if you have the dark heartwood, the lighter sapwood, but if you steam the walnut, it will darken the sapwood, and so a lot of the there's no difference in the quality of the wood. It's just the look. So a lot of the wood walnut is steamed.
So this is finished a little more. This is planed, little sanding maybe.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
been sanded.
Sanded, planed, and here's the edge jointed, and nice. Just want to kind of see how the holes in the texture. So this is I did some resaw and hand planed it and sanded it and got a little better than this quality. So I was very happy with it. And then I got the Glowforge ProofGrade and finished, sanded, absolutely beautiful pieces of wood. And
But you need to pay attention to your grain orientation.
oh yeah,
So when he first cut the earrings that you may have seen, he cut them so that the grain orientation was horizontal, and that's also for looks and for strength because of this little hoop at the top. I said, well, you need to change your grain orientation because that's where it's going to split and that hoop's going to break off. So he changed the grain orientation,
so
and then it looked a lot better vertical than, which this is the, here it is. That's the metric one.
yeah, and okay, and oh, you're getting the earrings there, and you can see there's little knots, interesting grain and texture, but just beautifully smooth, and oh, I engraved and flipped it and resized. So this is the Glowforge's. No, that's mine, and I cut on the other side of the Glowforge's is a little bit better. You can actually see theirs would be that red shining through here. But anyway,
You want the earrings?
okay. Well, I appreciate it, and thanks, Michael, Tom, Susan. Thanks for watching.